I don't know. We'll just do it right now.
Welcome everybody. Speed Sport is live from the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships, all brought to you by Toyota. It is a fantastic and gorgeous Labor Day weekend Friday from right here in downtown Crandon. It is ready to go racing time here in Crandon, and the first thing we're going to do is have the parade to kick off the weekend. Hi everyone, I'm Ralph Sheen alongside my good buddy Ken Stout, and this is how we do it here in Crandon. Ken, parade first before the first green flag.
Labor Day weekend, it is here. This, of course, is Short Course Off-Road Racing's Daytona 500, their Indianapolis 500. It's the biggest race of the season, as you talked about. We kick it off down here. Couldn't have a better day. It is spectacular out here. The temperatures are absolutely perfect. Nice breeze here, and as you can see, the entire town of Crandon has been consumed by both race cars and fans.
When you think about gorgeous fall weather, boy, today is the day. This is what you dream of, what you live for, and we're going to pack downtown Main Street here in Crandon. And Speed Sport 1 is going to be live from here in Crandon all weekend long with all the best action from out at Crandon International Raceway, kicking off with the parade, and then coming up at 5 p.m., Forest County, Potawatomi Friday Night Thunder, Ken.
Yeah, we're actually going to have a real special race. We haven't seen the pro lights and the pro buggies go at each other since 2012, so it'll be a special cup race that will happen tonight, along with the Class 11 cars. Everybody loves the Class 11
some
cars.
Some of my favorite. And it goes all weekend long. Saturday, more racing, including Ultra 4 from out at the track, and we've got the documentary, Welcome to Funville. Make sure you don't miss that at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Outstanding piece of work there. And then the Project X, Rage on the Rocks, under the lights again, and then we wrap it all up on Sunday. The big deal, the Red Bull World Cup, and we've got it live on Speed Sport 1.
Yeah, the big dogs will be in the house. It's the most prestigious race, the most prestigious cup in all of short course off-road racing. The Pro 2s against the Pro 4s. They will be throwing it down. Big-time horsepower. Everybody going for it. It is the most exciting race in all of short course.
They wait all year long for that one shot at that Red Bull World Championship, and it's coming up Sunday. You're going to see it live right here around the world on Speed Sport 1. Well, we've got an incredible team of announcers joining us all weekend long to help bring our coverage, as you see all the vehicles lining Main Street here and the people all over taking it all in. But helping us with the coverage this weekend, Miles Hasselquist, Jim Marsden, they're out in the middle of all those folks. Guys, you having fun yet?
Thanks, guys. This is absolutely amazing being right down here in downtown Crandon for the 54th annual Labor Day Parade for Crandon. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Ultra 4 USA is in the house for our third year in a row for running points. Jim, what does Crandon mean to you and Ultra 4?
Well, to be here at Crandon, just look around at the crowds, Miles. It's absolutely fantastic down here today. The sun is shining, the skies are blue. There are fantastic cars and crews all around us. Now, Ultra 4 is back here once again. This is my second year here, and I can't believe the growth in Crandon. Let's talk about that. What have Crandon been doing for Ultra 4?
So we've got a brand new campground all the way in the back that's level. It's absolutely beautiful. We've had rocks before, right? Well, they put a new rhythm section, another rock section that's right in front of the grandstands, because at Crandon, they're used to short course. It's amazing. Well, these cars with Ultra 4 can do that, but they can also do the rocks, the rhythm section. There is so much more off.
There is indeed. Now looking at the rock sections, these rock sections have been expanded this year, so expect to see even more drama on those rocks as we see the EMC classes and of course the UTVs taking to the track later today.
And let's talk about EMC. What is that? Well, that is a stock class at the bottom. You can run a Jeep, Toyota, whatever you have, and then we have our modifieds, and then we go up to the Legends. So there's three different classes we'll be racing tonight, and the UTVs, we'll break them up a little bit too, but also the youth. The youth is the future of our sport. It is absolutely amazing how well Crandon treats those little kids.
It is indeed, and it's great to see the growth of the youth sports as we're coming through. But let's kick on back through to those EMC classes. So we've got the 4600s, which are going to be our stock classes. Now there's been a massive growth in there. I think we've seen a 200% growth this year.
Yeah, we only had 3 of those at racing here at Crandon last year. We're up to 10 this year. It's absolutely awesome to see that growth. And then the 4500 class as well. We've got a great, they'll be intermixed with the 4500 and the 4800. They'll be scored separately, but take off the line at the same time.
And very interestingly in that one, Justin Hall, last year's winner, he had that big ring. He's going to be chasing for it this year, but he's back down in 6th position after some issues during qualifying. So it's going to be exciting to see what he can do. Then, of course, the 4800 Legends class. Now, talk a little bit about that, because Doug Jones, our fastest qualifier, what happened there?
So he lost an engine last night and called one of his buddies, Tad Dowker, and they had to drive 7 hours away to get that engine. going to be a great battle to see how it all shakes out, but it's going to be some great racing with Ultra 4 at the Big House. I can't wait to see it shaked out.
It is indeed. We keep saying this about how much Crandon are giving their love back to Ultra 4, and you're going to see how much love the Ultra 4s can give back to Crandon later, and I cannot wait for the racing to start.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend of racing, so make sure to check it all out. But hey, we have Pam over here. Who you got, Pam?
Miles and Jim, thank you so much. I am here with Mr. Bailey Cole. You've been racing here for the past 4 years, but you were saying you've been coming here since you were 12 years old. This event is amazing. Give me a little rundown of the growth that you've seen here at Crandon.
Oh man, it's absolutely wicked. My first year out here was actually the year that it was crazy rainy, and it was our first time out here as Ultra 4. We were up in the VIP stands, and man, I mean, it was a huge event, but every year we come back, there's just more and more people, and the fans here, there's just so much energy. It's wicked.
Exactly, and out here this weekend, you guys are running 2 different race courses, so let's tell the fans out there that are watching what your thought is on the 2 different race courses we're running.
Oh yeah, so the first race course, which is what we're running tonight, will be the short course. I think it's the mid course they're calling it, and you know, it's the normal turn 1, and then you go out through the first rock section, drop down, bomb through there, come around over the big Polaris jump, which is an awesome jump. You're in the air for so long, and it's totally blind, so super cool. Then you go through the next rock section, and then it's super fun. The next day you're out there, and then we go through the ultra cross track, which is in the back section too.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see you guys out there racing at the dark, so thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll let you get back to the fans because I know your Bronco was definitely surrounded over there.
Oh yeah, there's so much big energy out here. Thank you for everybody out here.
Awesome. Good luck out there.
All right, Pam. Thank you. He said the normal turn 1, and there, Ken, is absolutely nothing normal about turn 1 here at Crandon.
No, it's the most exciting turn in all of motorsports for sure. It's incredible. They'll all line up some 10, 15 wide. Everybody will be charging down through there about 100 miles an hour, off camber, right-hander. It is insane.
And we're going to have it live for you coming up this weekend here on Speed Sport 1. Stay with us. We're just getting underway with our coverage live from Polaris Crandon World Championships.
It's orientation day. Welcome to the team.
Who wants to race?
I like this team.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
The Speed Sport Insider is your insider hot pass to exclusive motorsports coverage that you won't find anywhere else. Each week, you'll have insider access to features, columns, and photographs from award-winning professionals covering NASCAR, IndyCar, dirt track racing, off-road, and more. It's your insider ticket to behind-the-scenes coverage, insight, and analysis. Become an insider for $5 a month or get a free trial and cancel at any time. Go to speedsport.com to become a Speed Sport Insider today.
Off-Road Week is live from Crandon this Labor Day weekend for the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships.
How cool is that?
Coverage starts Friday and continues with Friday Night Thunder. Saturday is the Ultra 4 USA Project X Rage on the Rocks battle under the lights. Here we go for the lead. And Sunday, over 9 hours of live off-road action from the Crandon Red Bull World Cup.
This is the race that we want to win every year.
It's the biggest weekend in off-road racing. Visit speedsport1.com for more details. Welcome back, Speed Sport, live from here at the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships. Our coverage all presented by Toyota. It's parade day here in downtown Crandon. Things just getting underway here with the big weekend, Labor Day weekend. It's always Crandon. Memorial Day, Indianapolis 500, Charlotte World 600. Labor Day, it's Crandon. That's the way it goes. And joining us here, Dave Leah from our great partners at Polaris that help put on this event here every year at Crandon. And Dave, I think the fact that you folks at Polaris have a multi-year deal with Crandon says a lot. Not just that you're involved with the off-road community, obviously with Polaris, but Crandon is special.
Oh, absolutely. I honestly think this is my favorite day of the year. It's up there with Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? Everyone in the off-road community is here in Crandon this weekend. And Polaris can be more proud to sign a multi-year deal, give back to our customers, support our racers, and be out here and live the off-road lifestyle.
And what's so fantastic for a company like Polaris, you look behind us, it's all families. There's moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, and lots of kids. And we all know how much fun off-roading is for a family activity, and that's where Polaris comes in.
Oh, 100%. Off-roading is all about being with family, right? And if you look at the racers, we have Razor 200s that kids are racing all the way up to the pro levels. So we're here for the racers and the family. You look around the pits, a lot of our product is out there. And, it's absolutely a family environment. Polaris is proud to be a part of it.
Well, you mentioned Christmas. I know a lot of us are looking forward to Santa coming and maybe waking up on Christmas morning and seeing that new Razor I'm hoping for parked under the tree. So what's in store for the Christmas holiday?
Well, I can't tell you what product we're coming out in the future, but I can tell you we have exciting plans. Polaris is on the gas. We just launched a brand new Razor XP. We launched an all-new Polaris Expedition Adventure vehicle and a new Ranger XD. And so Polaris is on the gas, giving back to our customers, bring great product, make people's lives better, and we're stoked to be out here.
And air conditioning, heaters, and comfy seats for my pal over here, maybe?
I want the race version, actually.
Well, I tell you what, that is the way to ride these days. We just did 80 miles on the Poker Run yesterday, complete air conditioning, JBL sound system blasting. It was a great time.
Extra foam in the seats for him, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll squeeze it down, no problem. Hey, I have to say congratulations as well. It was a big announcement whenever CJ Greaves signed one with you guys, and he's in the hunt for 2 championships, both the NA and, of course, the turbo category, doing a great job of that RS1. The Pro R, very, very fast as well. You guys have really come leaps and bounds.
We really have. Well, he's a great driver, great fabricator. He's really taken that program to the next level, and we can be prouder of how he's doing out on the track. Can't wait to cheer him on.
Yeah, super cool to see what they've been able to do with that car. And the fact that you guys have the lion's share of the market for the side-by-side speaks volumes, and you keep coming out with new stuff, keeping everybody fresh and up to date. It's really, really cool. I went out to the lake last week. I had a weekend off, and on the way out there was a big parking lot, new restaurant, and I don't know what the gathering was, but there had to be 200 side-by-sides there out of the middle of nowhere and clearly dominated by Polaris.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a competitive industry on the racetrack and with our products, and so we continue to push the innovation and learn from our customers and our racers like CJ Greaves, so we can continue to push the envelope, and that's what we'll keep doing.
And that's one of the things that's so cool about Crandon, how here in Wisconsin you can drive your side-by-side on the streets and have fun at the racetrack and all around the area. Dave Liam, thank you very much for coming
thank
out.
you.
And Santa,
Thanks,
also known as my wife, if you're listening, give Dave a call. He'll help take care of me for this year. All right. We're going to have a lot more coming from here, Seth, but right now let's go back out into the crowd and find Pam.
All right, I am here with Byron Starrett. You race in our 4900 stock class, and you are leading the points in the West right now. Your first time to Crandon. How are you feeling right now?
Man, it's something else. I mean, we appreciate Ultra 4 for bringing us here in Crandon, having us. I mean, I can't, it's an experience. It's fun, and no matter what happens, the outcome, we're enjoying ourselves, so it's having a good time.
What did you think about that race course last night out there pre-running?
It's fun, different, dark in the backside, but not too bad.
I appreciate that.
The rocks out there were giving
Nice
a lot
job,
of people
man.
difficulties, it seemed like. Did you have any issues in it?
We'll
Had
come
no
visit
issues
you
in
at
the
the
rocks.
track.
Had a little spill in practice yesterday, but other than that, we're good.
So your first year racing in Ultra 4, what other kind of racing did you do beforehand?
We do a lot of bounty mud racing in the southeast, so it's something different for us. We want to jump on board, and Mike run Pro Mod last year, first time, and I was committed to some other series, and I jumped in this year, so it's exciting.
So between the mud and the rocks, totally different.
Oh, it's totally different. We love a challenge. It's great. We love it.
Well, good luck out there to you this weekend. It's going to be awesome to see you guys out there, so good luck on your racing.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Pam.
All right, Pam, thank you. So many heroes of our sport and just fun, cool people all walking behind us here right now, Ken.
Yeah, they qualified a day ago, so all that pressure is off. They know where they're going to line up and where they're going to race tomorrow. So everybody's down here and enjoying this beautiful day that we talked about. Some of the competitors that you talked about will be racing a little bit later on, but this is just the calm before the storm, a chance to relax, take a breath, get ready to go.
And everybody looks forward to it. It's a great opportunity for the fans to meet the racers, figure out who you're going to cheer for on the weekend when you're up on the hillsides, and then go racing here a little later on. All right, we're coming right back to Crandon. The parade is underway here at the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championship.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy. Let's get you up to speed.
Lunch time. Your workspace is ready.
Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Looking for a quick fix of motorsports news? The Speed Sport Daily is what you need. It's a free racing newsletter delivered directly to your email every day. We'll cover the winners and the losers and tell you who's making news off the track. It's NASCAR, NHRA, World of Outlaw, IndyCar, and so much more. Go to speedsport.com today and get signed up for America's free racing newsletter and get your daily motorsports fix. The Speed Sport Daily.
You're watching Speed Sport 1, your home for great off-road racing from America and around the globe. Woo-hoo-hoo! From Ultra 4 to rallies. These guys are fighting for the lead.
It seems very aggressive.
Short course to desert race.
Great move there. He is so fast.
Whether on 2 wheels or 4, Speed Sport 1 has the off-road action you crave.
Look at that move. It jumps to the inside.
Speed Sport 1, the Motorsports Network. Speed Sport live from the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships, all brought to you by Toyota. Labor Day weekend means Crandon, Wisconsin, the big house, the biggest short course off-road race in the world. And Friday of Labor Day weekend means Parade Day, and that's what we're doing here right now. Ralph Sheen, Ken Stout with you live here on Speed Sport 1. All the coverage all weekend live from here, including the Red Bull World Championship Cup race coming up on Sunday. But one of the cool things going on this weekend is the Ultra 4, the 4,400, 4,600 guys. Man, those guys are wild, crazy racing.
Yeah, and the Rock Garden here, I don't have a chance to go to all those events, but the Rock Garden here is unbelievably big. And the fact that they can go over those things at what looks like the better part of 40 miles an hour is unbelievable. They just smoke those rocks, launch those things up in the air, and dance over the top. It's incredible.
Maybe arguably the most versatile racing machine on the planet. Fast across the deserts, up through the massive boulders, and you get to see it all here at Crandon. And the guys who know it better than anybody are with us and part of our broadcast crew, Jim Marsden and Miles Hasselquist.
Welcome back. This has been so much fun. Ultra 4, we just covered the EMC and the 4900, but we are about to talk about the pinnacle of our sport, the 4400. What's that mean to you, Jim?
Well, the 4400s, they are the big guns. These are the big dogs. These are the cars with the monster engines, unlimited horsepower, unlimited suspension, and unlimited tire size. These really are the monsters of the track.
These are the biggest and baddest names in our sport. Up to 1,200 horsepower, 40-inch tires. These cars can do a little bit of everything. They can go through the rocks, the king of the hammers. They can go through the woods of Pennsylvania, and then they can come to the big house and race short course with some rocks. It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. But let's talk about that, because that changes shape a little bit here. And we are actually seeing some specifically built short course cars racing here this weekend.
It's going to be amazing. Yeah, Lauren Healy bought a brand new car with very minimal test time on it. But he went out and practiced, and that car was absolutely dialed in. And he won this race last year. But who's on the pole this year? Mr. Paul Wolf.
Now, Paul Wolf, last year we saw him and Lauren having the most fantastic battle out there on the rocks. But Paul was having issues. A silly little dumb switch was kept cutting him out on his oil pressure, which cost him the race. Now, he said he's got all those bugs ironed out. So this year I'm expecting big things from Paul Wolf. But let's also talk about Mr. Paul Herschel,
who built who built a lot of these cars out. These Horschel cars are absolutely amazing. That's what won this race last year, and Brett Harrell has the winning car last year, and he's racing with us this week as well. There's a lot of big guns, and don't forget, 3-time king, Shannon Campbell.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's another story out there as well. Let's talk about IFS versus solid axle. So IFS, these are cars with independent front suspension. But the solid axle cars, these are usually the cars that do the best in the rocks, the rock donkeys. But up in 4th position, we're Casey Gilbert. Then back in 6th position, it is Tad Dowker. And then in 10th is Phil McGinson.
We got a lot of those out there. It's going to be a lot of fun to see. So much racing action is going to come. And talking about our winner last year is Mr. Lauren Healy. And Pam, what do you got for Mr. Lauren Healy?
All right, I am down here at the parade with Lauren Healy. Lauren Healy, you have won this race 5 times in a row. You're out here. You went out there and qualified yesterday, not probably on the spot you wanted, but let's talk about the parade.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the many epic things of Crandon. I absolutely love coming to this race. There's 80,000 spectators here. The town, the community, everybody just gets so excited about it, and that's what, makes us racers passionate about it. When the crowd's there cheering you on, you get all these fans out here to come check out the parade. I love it.
Well, and like I just said, you've won here 5 times. You're going for number 6. What is your strategy out there this weekend?
Yeah, as you mentioned, qualifying didn't go that great. I usually will go out and try to put down a safety lap, make sure I get a time down. I did that both in the 4600 and the 4400. And then the next lap, when I started to try to go for a little bit more aggressive time, I made a little bit of contact with Brett Harrell trying to pass him, ripped a whole tire off. It was sketchy. I almost wrecked my truck, but I'm grateful the truck didn't get hurt. Still ended up, 6th qualifying, so that's fine. I'll be good. Same with the 4600. Now it's time to learn a little bit of patience from that mistake in qualifying. Let the race develop, but it's a struggle. You got to go when you got to go.
Well, good luck out there this weekend. Enjoy the parade. Lots of fans are going to be walking by and saying hi to you, so good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Enjoy Crandon, and we'll see you out there on the racetrack.
Of our Speed Sport 1 staff is you have to be a little bit nuts in a lot of ways, right? Ken and I have proven our nuttiness multiple times over the years. Our dear friend Erica Allreed, who's a part of our crew, well, she's getting a little bit indoctrinated this weekend into what being a part of Speed Sport 1 is all about. Erica, from what I understand, you're going racing this weekend and not in one of the big Ultra 4 machines. You're going in Class 11.
Thanks, guys. Joining me is Class 11 driver Josh Felix. Josh, tonight we're going to switch things up. Instead of me reporting your guys' race from the pits, we're actually going to have me on board in your bug, and we're going to give all of the fans a little different perspective and a little bit of a ride along. So what are you most looking forward to tonight? Because I know I'm definitely looking forward to that in-race report.
Scaring you in the death trap. No, it's going to be great. Everybody's excited. Car's ready. We got a little practice in last night. Very muddy. Hopefully the course will be a little better, a little cleaner, I guess you'd say. Car's feeling racy. All the boys are ready to go battle out there and duke it out, see how we end up tonight.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the battles right here from the cockpit. That's definitely going to be an interesting race. And Josh, it's your first time at Crandon. What did you think of the course last night? I know, although a little bit muddy, it was very impressive.
I really enjoy it. It's a fast course. You got to be smart. It's going to be balls to the wall. Can I say that?
And so, like you said, first time out last night. Is there anything that you're hoping to change? Any new strategies that we can expect, or I can expect, I guess, from the passenger seat?
We're just going to try to run clean. We want to run a clean race. We don't want to destroy the car. You got to be smart. Get through the cars as fast as possible. Get up front and try to stay out of the mud. Stay out of other people's mud. Yeah.
And how did you fare in your last race? Because although, you don't really expect it out of this VW class, it gets really dicey and competitive.
We got a third place against all the big boys last race about a month ago, so we know we can do it. We just got to get out there and do it,
Well, thank you so much. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. This race should be something spectacular to witness, so make sure you guys all stay tuned in tonight on Speed Sport 1.
I've had a chance to drive a sprint car, an Indy car, and a Cup car. I'm pretty jealous of Erica right now getting to go for a ride in that pretty stock bug.
Quick words of wisdom for her. Cross your arms and hang onto the shoulder straps.
Yes. Pull those belts tight one more time, right? Well, we're proud of you, Erica. Have a lot of fun. Can't wait to watch. So much more coming your way from the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships here on Parade Day of Labor Day weekend. Stay with us on Speed Sport 1.
It's orientation day. Welcome to the team.
Who wants to race?
I like this team.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Speed Sport has been America's motorsports authority since 1934. Get news, results, and commentary from the most connected experts in the business, covering all forms of motorsports from flat track to NASCAR and everything in between. Bookmark speedsport.com on your mobile device now, or follow Speed Sport on social, and be sure to subscribe to the Speed Sport Daily. Speed Sport is your one-stop shop for all things racing on 2 wheels and 4. You're watching Speed Sport 1, your home for great American grassroots racing. It's time to rumble! Whether you're into sprint cars or stock cars, at the line! Modifieds or midgets, down to the low side, retake the lead! Dirt lane models or demolition derby. Oh! Speed Sport 1 has the grassroots action you love. Are you kidding me? Speed Sport 1, the Motorsports Network.
Speed Sport live from the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships, all presented by Toyota. Back with you here live on Friday. The parade getting ready to get underway here through the heart of downtown Crandon. You're seeing it all live here in our big coverage of the whole weekend on Speed Sport 1. Ralph Shaheen back with you once again, and joining me, a couple of members of the famed Mears gang. Legendary Roger Mears and his kid over here, Casey. Great friends. Great to have you guys here. Now,
Thank you.
Roger, you, 30-some-odd IndyCar starts, and you raced all sorts of stuff, sprint cars and everything else. Desert, off-road, that's always been a big part of your life. Casey, Indy cars, stock cars, but you're a true desert rat.
Yeah, I grew up following Dad around for years and, just playing around in the desert. But it's always been a big place in my heart. And getting to do the Baja 1000 in recent years and getting back into the desert and getting back to where our roots are from has been a lot of fun. And to be here in Crandon, getting to do this opportunity is just huge. So off-road's always been a big passion of mine. I've just got separated from it for a while, and now I'm getting to come back and have some fun.
Yeah, well, you were telling me the other day you came here as a teenager and raced in
a super light class.
Super light back then. But, Roger, you've never been here before.
Never been here. First time. Really impressive.
It's something, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
And, you guys have been to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and Daytona. You've seen the biggest events in the world. How does Crandon stack up to what you've experienced?
I'm just really impressed with how many people are here. This is a Friday. It's not even the weekend yet, and it's already looking like crowds as big as we've ever seen anywhere else.
Yeah. Now, you're going to run Pro 2 this weekend. So, as we've said, you've started some of the biggest races in the world. How are the nerves coming into Crandon?
I definitely have some, for sure. I got limited laps here. I kind of jumped in and did this deal last minute. I'm feeling pretty comfortable, though. I got about 3 laps in the morning, got another 3 laps in the afternoon. And but going into that first corner, all 22 trucks, that's going to be a brand new experience for me. So I'm definitely going over some scenarios in my mind and thinking about the best way to get through it.
Now, I've watched you watching your boy out there, and you're giving him some tips. Are you starting to get the itch? Maybe, you need to get out there and take a lap?
No, I'm done. No, he's already learned.
he's learned more than I could have ever taught him. He's way past what I was doing, so he can get it handled.
Now, we were talking about how, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and some of these other venues really solidified the Mears name, but it was off-road racing that brought the family to prominence. How did that really come about in the nickname the Mears Gang?
How does it what? I'm sorry?
How did the off-road racing help bring the Mears family to prominence and the Mears Gang title?
I think, it's just the passion of, building cars and just having a love for the desert. I mean, the desert I just fell in love with because you had this constant change in front of you all the time. Compared to all the circle racing and all the other type of racing we've done, you learn the course and so many laps, blah, blah, blah. For the Baja 1000, you never see the same thing twice. So you got all these different rocks and dishes and rain, and I've even run in snow. So it's just this constant change for 13, 12 hours or whatever of running without any sleep or anything to eat.
I think all the stuff they used to do back in the day when him and Rick were running together at Ascot and that kind of thing too. And that's really where the Mears Gang thing started, coming from. We got nicknamed there, and then you hung on to it. Actually, Dad designed the logo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So just trying to keep that alive, and it's really cool to come here in Crandon. And here we are probably 25 years removed from the last time we were really heavily involved in off-road. And I can't believe how many people have come up to us and gone, man, where'd you get that Mears Gang shirt at? We haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, they're cool.
It's been a lot of fun.
And you have also seen short course really evolve because you were a big part of the old Mickey Thompson Stadium Off-Road Series, and that's basically been the beginning of what is now known as short course racing.
Yeah, I love the Mickey Thompson Stadium. That whole idea of bringing the desert type racing kind of into an area where you actually have a gate and a lot of people, and it's entertainment. It just put a real entertainment touch to it.
Yeah. And Casey, you've seen the business side of motorsports and how big it can be with IndyCar and NASCAR. And then you look behind us here. Yes, we have thousands of fans here, but you look at the logos, Polaris and all the major brands that are involved in off-road racing today and where this sport is headed. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, off-road racing's been around forever, like we talked about, but it's really, really starting to ramp up and go to the next level. And this is amazing to see this big level event at the off-road level. And I think that as this thing continues to grow, seeing more manufacturer support getting involved would be amazing again, like it used to be in the old days. It's definitely a good platform for them, and I'd love to see that happen.
The Mears Gang in Crandon, a perfect marriage. Great to have you guys back here at Crandon.
Yeah.
We're going to come right back with a lot more racing action and coverage from everything here at Crandon, including more here today, including the Forest County Potawatomi Friday Night Thunder coming up live on Speed Sport 1, 5 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Just lock it in on Speed Sport 1 and go with us all weekend long. We'll be right back.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy. Let's get you up to speed.
Lunchtime. Your workspace is ready. Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Looking for a quick fix of motorsports news? The Speed Sport Daily is what you need. It's a free racing newsletter delivered directly to your email every day. We'll cover the winners and the losers and tell you who's making news off the track. It's NASCAR, NHRA, World of Outlaw, IndyCar, and so much more. Go to speedsport.com today and get signed up for America's free racing newsletter and get your daily motorsports fix. The Speed Sport Daily.
The Speed Sport Insider is your insider hot pass to exclusive motorsports coverage that you won't find anywhere else. Each week, you'll have insider access to features, columns, and photographs from award-winning professionals covering NASCAR, IndyCar, dirt track racing, off-road, and more. It's your insider ticket to behind-the-scenes coverage, insight, and analysis. Become an insider for $5 a month or get a free trial and cancel at any time. Go to speedsport.com to become a Speed Sport Insider today.
Speed Sport live from the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships. We're in downtown Crandon. All of our coverage brought to you by Toyota, Ralph Shaheen, Ken Stout, and Ken, another guest joining us. The stars are everywhere today.
Mr. Kyle Greaves has joined us here, sitting alongside, man. Thanks for taking the time, dude. Are you chilly out here? It's beautiful weather.
Yeah, you know, you stand in the sun and you're cooking, and then you walk over into the shade and you're freezing. So it's Crandon, it's spring or fall, and it's a beautiful day out.
Yeah, it's gorgeous out here for sure. So everybody is familiar with your uncle. We know that. Johnny Greaves, of course, future Hall of Famer, and I think we're safe in saying that. Certainly your cousin CJ has made a mark for himself as well, and you're busy doing the same thing. Once again, of course, a reigning champion in Pro Light and chasing it again with a nice points lead here, just 2 rounds to go.
Yeah, you know, we're just trying to follow in the footsteps of what they did, and, you know, I think we're on the right track. We picked up a Pro 2 for next year, so we're definitely excited about that, but right now we're just focused on the Pro Light and just trying to take another championship for this year. It's, you know, we did the Mid-America Outdoor Series, ended up first out there. I think after qualifying yesterday, we're about 18 points ahead. Messed up a little bit in qualifying, but, you know, that's racing. Nobody's perfect. We got to take what we can get and go on from there.
If I could ask one quick question, you know, we're showing the truck right now on camera, and we have a lot of people tuning in that maybe don't know everything that happens here at Crandon Pro 2, Pro 4. Can you explain a little bit about your truck and the category you race in?
Yeah, so we're in it's a Pro Light. It's like a Toyota Tacoma sized truck. It's a mid-sized truck compared to the Pro 2, Pro 4, 500 horsepower, 2-wheel drive. You know, it's just a baby compared to a Pro 2. So they're real similar. It's a really good stepping stone to hop into a Pro 2. You know, and Pro Spec, they say it's going to be a good one to hop into a Pro Light. So we have a lot of stepping stones in this sport, and, you know, they just keep growing and getting better every year.
So they say one of the toughest trucks to drive. You guys don't, you said a smaller truck, so you just don't have that big suspension, that fallout that the Pro 2s and the Pro 4s have. So you get beat up a little bit. It's easy to get up on the bike. You got to learn how to drive one on 2 wheels.
Yeah, you know, they're narrow and they're nimble. You know, we got to run them so stiff so we can hit these jumps wide open and hope that we can stay in it afterwards. But, you know, we come into a corner, and if you're not on the throttle, you're going up and over. So it's a really hard class to be really fast in and smooth. So we have a really compliant truck, and we're ready to keep going.
We wish you the best, man. Thanks for coming over here. I know you're really in the hunt to double this thing up and then take off for the big boy classes as well. So best of luck here for the remainder of this year.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Kyle Greaves, ladies and gentlemen. Watch him in action tomorrow.
And one day down the road, very soon, Ken, we hope to see him competing for the Red Bull World Cup. It's all part of the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championship, arguably the most prestigious trophy you can win in all of short course off-road racing. We're going to have it for you live on Sunday here on Speed Sport 1. It's going to be great. Let's go to Cameron Steve and Dave Arnold for more on what's coming up here this weekend at Crandon.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is time for some fun. I'll tell you what, I'm still rocking my Taylor Swift beads, and I'm feeling the energy here at Crandon. Cameron Steele along with Dave Arnold. Now, Dave, the fun that we've had over the years here is really unsurmountable. It seems like you can never beat it the next year. This year at the Cup race, the energy is at fever pitch.
Oh, it's huge. There's so many drivers who come back to the sport here. A lot of folks have come out. I saw a few drivers I haven't seen in a couple of years. Said, you know what, Crandon's so big this year, I've got to make it.
You always have to be here, and what's fun is it's a family atmosphere, right, where we have tons of people come out to see the races, but the racers want to come out and see the race. So, like Rob McCachran, the legend of off-road racing, is here to watch the race. He's not racing, even though he's won here in the past. It's a who's who of royalty in off-road, but the more important part is the families, the people, and when we start talking about this Cup race, right?
Yes.
There's no points on the line.
Nope.
It's all just bragging rights, Sunday only.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, too. I mean, we're going to run their pro races, and we've got the Pro Buggies, Pro Lights, we've got Pro 2, Pro 4. But the Pro 2 versus Pro 4, like you said, no points. It's all for bragging rights. There might be a little check involved that they're going for, and then nice getting their name on the cup.
I mean, getting your name on the cup, being able to extend that family lineage, right? It's something that all off-road racers want to do. I was fortunate enough to win the Baja 1000. Our family's name is stamped on that. Coming to Crandon is the biggest thing in off-road racing, and it's absolutely stunning when you see the names that are on the cup and everybody that's came out here to make that happen.
Well, I mean, let's talk about, the Greaves. I mean, there's a legendary family for two, the Kincaids. Keegan and Jeff Kincaid. There's, like you said, the family legacies. And that's what this sport's a lot about, is about the families and seeing these legacies going on. So stoked to see a lot of the sons of drivers that we're going to be seeing compete for it, too. Like a young Maddox Bailey, racer Pro Lights. Brandon Bailey's dad raced for many years in the Pro 4 class. So cool.
Yeah, I was just talking to the Baileys and just the energy. People are... they come from Southern California. They come from Georgia. We were just talking to Mickey Thomas, right? They buy shops up here in Crandon because it is so important to what's happening in off-road racing in their family lineage. And I'm telling you, the gloves will be off on Sunday. The excitement will be high. Don't miss it. Don't mess around, because this in Crandon is where the action's at.
Yeah, definitely. And CJ Greaves will definitely have the target on his back.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Can't wait for all the fun, the banging doors. And what I like the most about it is you never know if you're going to get a light track, a heavy track, a groove track, a blue groove track. The temperatures are going to be up. I think that's going to throw a curveball at all the racers.
Absolutely agree on that. It's going to be interesting. Well, folks are going to have to make sure to turn into Speed Sport 1 to watch all the action. For Dave Arnold, Cameron Steele, we're going to throw it back to Ralph Shaheen and Ken Stout in the booth.
What a shot here, Ken. Main Street here in Crandon, Wisconsin. So much fun. All the fans getting down there to meet the drivers, pick up some stickers and some hero cards.
By the way, I saw the number 99 framed up perfectly between those two walking away. We want to throw our thoughts out to Kyle LeDuc. We know you're at home. We know you're watching. We wish you the best, brother. Keep scrapping, man. We love you, and we fully support you in your battle there. So stick with it, pal. We miss you up here. And by the way, his truck is here right behind it. Just beautiful Pro 4.
Absolutely. Well, also down in the crowd is Erica Allreed. How you doing today, Erica?
Thanks, guys. Joining me is a prominent name and face in our Pro 2 division, Mickey Thomas. Mickey, you have now won the Pro 2 World Championship 2 consecutive years now in a row. What does it take to win that caliber of a race as a driver?
Yeah, our team, we put in so much work to come to Crandon. This is the big house, the big race. Everybody wants to come out here and win. We put in so much time and effort to come out here and have a fast truck. So this race means a lot to us. We're back-to-back champions in the Pro 2 World Cup, so looking for that three-peat. Feeling really good. We qualified first yesterday, pulled a 6 invert, so we'll be starting 6 for the race tomorrow, and we'll just kind of see how things go for us this weekend, but feeling really, really good. Everybody on my team's been doing such a great job this year. We're in a really good spot in the points, and just looking for a great weekend. It's been so awesome out here with all the fans. Just good to see the record amount of people here, a record amount of racers. The sport is just blowing up, and it's so awesome to be out here at Crandon in front of everybody and putting these awesome races in.
Well, you and I were chatting, and you said despite already winning 2 world championships, you are hungry for that third, and you are going to lay it all out on the line on Sunday. So what do you think it will take to duplicate your efforts in years past?
Yeah, I think the field is bigger than it's ever been in my entire career. 25 trucks now, so everybody's so good, so fast. Everybody's professional. We got to come out here with a mindset to win and be aggressive and go out there and go for it and see where it leads us.
Well, we wish you the best of luck on Sunday. We know you're going to make that one a fight to the finish.
Thank you.
The stars are everywhere here at Crandon. The legends are as well, and we've got one joining us when we come back to Crandon. The legend himself, the Hall of Famer, Sal Fish, up next when we come back.
It's orientation day. Welcome to the team.
Who wants to race?
I like this team.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
The Speed Sport Insider is your insider hot pass to exclusive motorsports coverage that you won't find anywhere else. Each week, you'll have insider access to features, columns, and photographs from award-winning professionals covering NASCAR, IndyCar, dirt track racing, off-road, and more. It's your insider ticket to behind-the-scenes coverage, insight, and analysis. Become an insider for $5 a month or get a free trial and cancel at any time. Go to speedsport.com to become a Speed Sport Insider today.
Off-Road Week is live from Crandon this Labor Day weekend for the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships.
How cool is that?
Coverage starts Friday and continues with Friday Night Thunder. Saturday is the Ultra 4 USA Project X Rage on the Rocks battle under the lights. Here we go for the lead. And Sunday, over 9 hours of live off-road action from the Crandon Red Bull World Cup.
This is the race that we want to win every year.
It's the biggest weekend in off-road racing. Visit speedsport1.com for more details. It is the 54th Crandon World Championships presented by Polaris, and Speed Sport is live from it here in downtown Crandon. Our coverage brought to you by our friends at Toyota. You know, when you think of off-road racing, there are two words that come to mind. If you want to talk short course, you talk about this place, Crandon, Wisconsin. You want to talk about racing in the desert, there's nothing more legendary than Baja. And the man that made Baja a reality for off-road racing, this gentleman right here, a member of the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame, the legend himself, Mr. Salfish. Sal, so great to see you back here.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
You know, Baja is truly one of the most amazing places I've ever been for a race. How did you envision making Baja what it is today?
Well, that's first of all, I'd like to tell you, this is an incredible place. What a beautiful, beautiful part of our country. We've been here since yesterday. Myself and Peter Lang flew in. And Crandon, all the people here, the stores, everything is just beautiful. I mean, it really is refreshing to get out of California and be in America. It's really, really lovely. But to answer that question, you know, Baja was there, I think, and this is a line that Rod Hall, and I'm going to quote it from him. Rod Hall said, when God created the Baja Peninsula, he created it for off-road racing, and I believe that really. It's the greatest place in the world to do a desert race. And I raced back in the NORA races early on in the late 60s, and then Mickey got me away from Hot Rod Magazine and pirated me to come to work with him. And I fell in love with the Mexican people. I fell in love with the country, the adventure. And I put, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day into the passion of trying to make SCORE a legitimate and a global event. And the Baja and the racers and all the volunteers made it happen. I just happened to be the guy in front of the getting my picture taken and shaking hands and kissing babies, But it's been a fantastic experience for me. I never saw it as a job. I met some of the greatest people in the world, gave me an opportunity. I was here 50 years ago. I raced in an event here with Gil George, and here I am 50 years later, thanks to Marty Fiocca and Susan, his wife, and the fine people from Cranston that invited me, Flannery family, to come back, and it's a real thrill for me to be here.
You bring that up, and I was going to go there. You said you raced here 50 years ago. We had a chance to spend a little bit of time at the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame ceremony last night, and you said last time I was here was 50 years ago, and I was racing here. How much has it changed since you were here? I mean, when you take a look at this place.
Well, to be honest with you, when I say racing, I wasn't a racer. I just got in a Raceville and went that way, and as I recall, we went through the woods, and I haven't been out on the racetrack yet.
It was a brush run.
Yeah, it was. It really was. And we went through the woods, and we were in a. It wasn't a Funko. It was a Baja Bug that they gave me to race. And I think I hit tree stumps and hit everything else. We finished the race, but if there were 20 vehicles, I was 21. It was. But I don't remember this at all. I really don't, because this is just overwhelming. Really, the Flannerys and Tina and Marty and the group, all the people that have made this happen, my God, it's spectacular. This is really great.
Sal, it takes people like yourself, Marty Fioca, Cliff Flannery, Jason Robinette, men with vision who put in the time and the effort for the benefit of everybody else that's out here enjoying this now, that has come together and made off-road racing doable for racers, fans, and the industry. You see where the sport has gone now, whether it's in the desert or short course racing, it is exploding. What we're seeing with side-by-sides and all the family activities and involvement and the sponsorship that's coming in, like from Polaris and Toyota and so forth. Can you believe where off-road racing as a whole as an industry has gotten to?
Well, believe it or not, that was Mickey's dream. You know, when he hired me, he told me, he said, you know, this is going to be bigger than Indy and bigger than NASCAR. And that was not what I was thinking. You know, I saw this as an opportunity to me to do something that was going to be for me as far as creating this adventure. And I always call it adventure. And I think one of the biggest challenges I had dealing in a foreign country, you know, it was very difficult because I do not speak Spanish, you know, and I'm pointing and trying to figure out with the ranchers where I could go and where I can't go. And was to keep it for and I hate to use the term average or grassroots, but I really didn't want it to turn into a NASCAR or an Indy. I wanted people to be able to, with their family, and the next door neighbor that has a gas station could give $50 to the guy and race in a Baja event. And it was an adventure. That's what I wanted SCORE to be, and that was my goal. If I had any image, it was I wanted to keep it so it didn't turn into $1 million sport. Well, naturally, in order to survive, you need to get sponsors, and thank you for Toyota and BF Goodrich and Bilstein, and Tecate Beer saw the value here and stayed with us. And then I came up with the idea of the trophy truck, which I thought was going to be strictly a manufactured thing, because who could ever put $200,000 and go out and crash it in the desert, you know? And I thought that we needed it because that's how we get sponsors, but I really thought the Bajas, the limited vehicles, were where the sport, the adventure, was going to go, and it had to go that way. And so I had to build a course of 1,000 miles or whatever that would be challenging for a 800 horsepower trophy truck or a $1,600 horsepower VW, which is not easy to do. But then the manufacturers, like they do, they got behind the trophy truck and they said, it's unlimited. We want to have helicopters. We want to do this. And, okay, it's your money. You want to do it. And then all of a sudden they realized they were spending as much money to go in the desert as they were to go to Indy. And so they pulled out, and I figured, well, that's the end of the trophy trucks. The next thing you know, we might have had 20. Next thing you know, the independent racers, like human beings are, something with a motor and wheels, they're going to be able to spend their own money and make it work. And it developed into, really a premier, incredible sport. I'm happy. That is very proud for me to accomplish that. But the thing that I'm really proud, the grassroots racers still could come to a SCORE event, afford to get in, and race next to, a Walker Evans or a Malcolm Smith or a Parnelli Jones or a celebrity or whatever, and we treated them the same. Once you put that helmet on, you're a number to me. I want to see at the start and at the finish safely. So I would love to take a lot of credit for these things, but it was just hard work,
Yeah. Well, thank you. It was one of the greatest adventures I've ever had, getting to go compete at Baja. Second Class 7 4x4 for the day racing guys. We're coming right back for more from here at Crandon. The legendary Salfish joining us. More legends coming up here on Speed Sport 1.
Alongside me is three-time Cup winner Keegan Kincaid. Keegan, Crandon is such a special place for you and your team, as your shop is just 4 miles down the road, and you drive down this street on the daily. So can you try to put into words what this race means to you and your family?
Yeah, this is amazing. You know what I mean? I'm here when there's nobody here. Winter comes, this is full of snow, everything, and then it turns to this. It's just a testament to what Crandon has done and to growing up here. I haven't missed a full Crandon in 33 years, and so it's amazing. This is the race that I look forward to every single year, and I don't think it's just me. It just continues to grow, gets bigger. Lucas Oil came on board with me 3 years ago. That's been awesome. Helped my program out. We're looking for number 4 this year, and I think it can happen. So we're excited.
I think so too. And, talking about you and your family, you and your dad are both decorated drivers, and you joke that he has more championships, but you have more cup wins. So, like you said, what's it going to take to notch another one under your belt this weekend?
Yeah, if you go into our office, it's all trophies, and most of them are my dad's. It's hard to meet that expectation, and he's been, my main key to success. And that's the only thing I think I have up on him is more cup wins. But he's been the legend, and I'm only hoping to notch a little bit more into him, and it's all credit to him, And so hopefully we can add number 4 this weekend. We got really good chances in front of our hometown crowd, fans, friends. Our pit is filled all weekend long. We sell out all our merch, and so we're excited to get the weekend off.
Well, Keegan, we wish you the best of luck this weekend. We know it's going to be a brawl to the finish.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy. Let's get you up to speed.
Lunch time. Your workspace is ready. Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places.
Looking for a quick fix of motorsports news? The Speed Sport Daily is what you need. It's a free racing newsletter delivered directly to your email every day. We'll cover the winners and the losers and tell you who's making news off the track. It's NASCAR, NHRA, World of Outlaw, IndyCar, and so much more. Go to speedsport.com today and get signed up for America's free racing newsletter and get your daily motorsports fix. The Speed Sport Daily.
You're watching Speed Sport 1, your home for great off-road racing from America and around the globe. Woo-hoo-hoo! From Ultra 4 to rallies, these guys are fighting for the lead.
Seems very aggressive.
Short course to desert race.
Great move there. He is so fast.
Whether on 2 wheels or 4, Speed Sport 1 has the off-road action you crave.
Look at that move. It jumps to the inside.
Speed Sport 1, the Motorsports Network. Speed Sport is live from, presented by Toyota at the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships, downtown Crandon, Wisconsin. Parade day here on Labor Day weekend as we get ready to go racing. We love bringing new friends to Crandon, and our buddy Dave Arnold is with one.
Dave Arnold, Wade Odger here, standing here at the parade. Wade, look at all these people. Now, this is your first time. You've been all over the world. You've covered all kinds of stuff. Well, what do you think about Crandon? Speechless.
It is a zoo in the nicest possible way. If you are a people watcher, you get to sit on a park bench, watch the whole world go by. I mean, you've got the best off-road vehicles on the planet. There's a small little tribute band playing tonight as well. You wanted the best, you got the best. So I figure I've got the best of everything here this weekend, Dave. But what I love about it, this could be the Daytona 500, could be the Indy 500, could be the Knoxville Nationals. The culture is the same. The passion, the love that these people have for the industry, the teams, the effort, the financial commitment, it's all a similar animal. I think if you said to someone from Crandon, you know, this is like the Indy 500, they'd say, Indy 500? Never heard of it.
Yes. Well, we're dirt people here for sure, and a lot of those guys are big fans of this sport, a lot of cross promotions, but you're going to watch it all live here as it unfolds on Speed Sport 1. Glad you got to join us here. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to go back to Ralph and Ken and wrap this one up.
David, has been a great week of off-road racing all week long here on Speed Sport 1, and today we've got even more coming up. Forest County, Potawatomi, Friday Night Thunder, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's actually 5 p.m. Central Time, Ken. It's going to be a fun night here in Crandon.
It's on, man. The parade is almost over. It's time to go racing. Let's wick it up.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Then on Saturday, even more racing. We're going to have a lot of the Ultra 4 competition. And, of course, racing under the lights, the Rage on the Rocks. and then the big finale on Sunday here at Crandon International Raceway, the one everybody's looking for, the Red Bull World Cup for the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championship. And that horn means time to get off of Main Street, get back to the track. It's time to go racing, Ken.
That's exactly right. It's been a great time here, man. We're going to have even more fun all weekend long.
Hey, we're headed out to the racetrack. Stay with us right here on Speed Sport 1 all weekend long from all the coverage live from the 54th Polaris Crandon World Championships. Ralph Shaheen, Ken Stout, and a host of others with you all weekend long. It's going to be a fantastic Labor Day. Nowhere else I'd rather be, Ken, than right here in Crandon. We'll see you all from the racetrack a little later on here on Speed Sport 1.